In his investigation, Never Surrender, our Chris Ingalls has been reporting on the difficulty of getting guns out of the hands of people like that accused Tennessee shooter.
Chris focused on people ordered to surrender their guns here in King County, and many of those people ignored the orders and faced no consequences. So, Chris, is this similar to what we were seeing in this latest mass shooting?
Well, it seems that this man in the Tennessee case did not have any kind of felony conviction, and that's really the similarity. Cops and courts are very good at going after felons who have guns, but people who are legally prohibited from possessing guns for mental health reasons or because of domestic violence accusations, not felony convictions, those are usually civil matters, and the police and the courts don't really like to get involved in those kind of cases.
So tell us what you reported about that in our county, King County.
Well, sure. We found that civil domestic violence cases where a judge ordered the surrender of all guns, in almost half of those cases, the accused abuser simply ignored the order with no consequences. Now, I'm happy to say that's now changing in the Seattle-King County area. There's a firearms enforcement unit here that's now following up on those orders and forcing abusers to turn in those guns. And these are some of the firearms they're getting that you're seeing on video here. So here's the positive number. They've quadrupled the number of guns seized in King County domestic violence cases. But in most of our state, and probably in most of the country, this kind of thing is not happening, and that's what's really concerning.
So in the case of the Tennessee situation, Chris, authorities had his guns. They gave them to his father, and then the father apparently gave them back to the son. Does the law say that you should get rid of them, or do they give them to family oftentimes?
Well, the law here in Washington State says that should not happen. So specifically, when you're ordered to surrender guns, they have to go to a police agency. You can't hand them to dad, you can't hand them to mom, you can't hand them to your brother. And in fact, there's even been a case that's hit the appeals court now where this very issue is in question, and the court has said, got to give it to the police and got to prove you've given it to the police.
Wow.
Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense.
Yep.
So in the Parkland, Florida high school shooting, and in this latest case, both suspects had exhibited some disturbing behavior. In fact, this latest suspect invaded the White House perimeter.
Yes.
So does our state have anything, or can it take action when it sees something similar?
Well, these are the cases that are so difficult, right? Let's look at these mental health cases. We have a fairly new extreme risk protection order in this state that gives the police the authority to tell a judge, hey, judge, we want to take this guy's guns, and they can actually get a court order to do that. And it's actually, that kind of thing is being put to the test right now, even with a case that I'm working on where there was a student who threatened a police shooting, and police went in and got the father's guns based on a court order. So this state does have a couple tools, new tools in their tool belt.
This is a very complex issue.
Isn't it? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But the results are horrible when this kind of thing isn't carried out, right? And this is just another case showing that.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.